Yo, what's up, guys? I got an interesting one for you here. This is not my account, first of all. Second of all, we're fighting Giants Keep Abyss Heart in 25-second average. Fastest clear time, 20 seconds, and that's not the fastest time we have over here. That is freaking insane. So this is not my account, this is the account of Remember Why, very well-known player from the Asia server. And he has some crazy units. And you might complain about like, oh, I don't have Deborah and therefore I cannot make this team and blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Well, let's say that he has a little bit more than a Deborah. He has a Jaara, a Manannan, a Lucifer, and a Deborah. And Nakamamir is free to play. But this team is insane. This team, I'm just gonna let it run. We're gonna look at it. This team is absolutely insane. Lucifer does so much damage, but also Manannan, which is commonly known as, or at least claimed by people as a useless unit, has a very good use case here because, well, the synergy between Jaara and Manannan is so great that the third unit can always clean up. And we're already done. This is supposed to be hard. Well, not for these units. 20 seconds. It's wow. That's a something. Now we cannot, like, I already see the Reddit comments going or the Reddit posts going. It's like, yeah, but I want a Deborah and a Jaara and a Manannan and a Lucifer and a Zarath. Well, there's no Zarath in this team, but to be honest, I think Zarath wouldn't even speed up this team. In all honesty, it's just too fast, and the whole Jaara thing, it just makes so much sense. There's just so freaking much damage. And Manannan damage is actually freaking insane, like, not gonna lie. There's actually a lot of damage to this unit, so this team is pretty solid. It's super freaking fast. I'll showcase the runes, but I'm just gonna enjoy this team for like what it does. Maybe you can slightly improve it by speed for different skins. I do know that the RTA skin of Lucifer is faster, and I think the new Siege skin that we're getting soon might be faster than that. Jaara, I think, has a faster skin as well, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And, well, actually, Lucifer doesn't really move too much in this whole team. And, yeah, it's just crazy, man. Sure, Jaara has to land the Deathbreak branding, but since it can also land one or the other, it already makes things pretty solid. I've seen one run where it kind of went bad, and bad for this team means like something like this. That pretty much still means we're clearing it in like a super fast time. So let's see, it goes bad. Let's see how that works out for this team. Okay, saved, easy. And we go back to the regular time of the day where we just clear everything. If Manannan would actually clear monsters right away, it would be even faster, but that's apparently not the case. But since the whole team laps double in front of the boss doesn't even get to counter in most cases. And even if he counters, Lucifer makes it that your whole team gets full attack bar. It's just, this is broken, man. 36 seconds. That's faster than most. That's pretty much my average. I got a little bit faster average than that. But if his team goes wrong, like heavily wrong, that is about my average. That's unfair, man. His team is just insane. This team does so much damage. And there's just so much to it. I'm actually not sure if the Deborah skin is faster than the norm or not. I kind of tested it, but it felt like kind of similar to me. So yeah, I haven't seen the runes on this team yet, so I definitely will check out the runes in a second as well. And let's see how that looks like. Because this team is just, it's highly insane, man. It highly is insane. So what kind of average do we have right now? Probably 22 seconds, 23 or 25, okay. 25-second average team. So let's look at the runes that we have on this team. So because of Manannan lead, you actually do not need a max crit rate. You can go for a 76 crit rate, which is pretty nice. Artifacts are based on S1 damage, S2 damage. Could be even better on the damage on water, but I think Manannan doesn't really need too much more damage. He went for Jaara, of course, max accuracy. Well, max accuracy in this case is not needed. It's only 35 is needed. But, okay, I thought for a second my thing wasn't recording, but it actually is recording, so that's totally fine. So, yeah, Jaara double will. It is kind of a safe mechanic against the moment where she doesn't land her stuff in the first hit, which is a pretty decent option as well. Also, if Jaara tends to kill anything, it will get an additional turn, if I'm not mistaken, so then it can do that on other stuff as well. We have a 270 on the Akamamir. Actually, Akamamir could be a lot less crit rate because you only need, well, the 67, but the 67 minus 15 because you're hitting the right element. 270 crit damage, pretty solid crit damage set nevertheless. We have the Lucifer that is 100 crit rate. Well, that's not needed, but once again, probably used for something else as well, and therefore kept at the 100 crit rate. But that's pretty solid. So, rune-wise, I would say pretty good, but not like insane, unreachable. Like, those are, like, by all means, very solid sets, that's for sure. But these units make it work. These units make it very powerful. So, I'm actually curious about one thing. What if you use this exact same team? And I will ask him if I'm okay with, if he's okay with it. So I'm gonna put these Akamamir runes towards Veramos and then give it a go with that. Let's see how it does. Let's make a save for him first. If it works, kind of. Okay, so crit rate is a lot less because Akamir has a higher crit base. Also, you would rather have HP more in there, but we're just kind of going for the idea of testing it. I didn't put artifacts towards fire, but I just kind of want to see like how this works. So for those easy clears, pretty easy clears throughout. Can we clear this relatively easy? Yep, definitely. How does it go on this wave? Well, same as the first because it's the same, different, but still the same. Let's see how this goes because this is the big question. Like, do you actually do enough damage? Where to... you kind of lack quite some damage actually. So you actually needed Lucifer to do as one rather than the other skill. But since Pheromos cleanses and stuff, I think it actually kind of... Well, no, this works. Because of Lucifer, you get that much boost up on your skill or on your hit as well, that this would probably just work straight off even without changing any artifacts. Sure, there could be more of an issue where if you don't land or the Jaara doesn't land its stuff, it's more of an issue here than in the Giants, I would say. But this is freaking insane. So in this case, it doesn't land everything right away. Let's see if this is an issue. So Vermos is actually one of the better targets to focus for him here without having an issue. If you want to run this, I would say that rather than a bunch of fight sets, I would recommend to run a bunch of shield sets. And a bunch of shield sets would actually make this pretty doable to run, I would say. Or you would need the whole team on double wheel, but that's a little bit too much. But you get a lot of attack bar up from this. And because of that, Pheromos just gets more attack bar and it totally works. This is insane. So yeah, I'm going on Reddit and complaining that we all need a Jaara and a Manannan and a Lucifer and everything like that. This is freaking insane, man. Like, to be honest, even with Zerath, I cannot really think of a team that would do any better than this. Because even Zerath has to have something to armor break for him because he cannot clear right away without armor breaks. This team pretty much doesn't give a shit about. Okay, we didn't land branding this time, so let's see how much damage output we have right now. That will be quite a bit less, but yeah, this just boosts up so much stuff at some point with attack bar because you do so much damage for attack bar boosting, and then you lap that second thing again. Okay, he actually went for... Wait! Wait, that is an issue. You do so much damage that you kill left and the side tower and it starts countering. That's insane. Yeah, I totally forgot about that mechanic. That's a mechanic we don't see too often. He goes for a counter the moment you kill one of the two things. So that's pretty freaking insane, man. This team is crazy. Like, okay, now not landing the armor break in this stage. I think this stage is the more tricky part where you could lose if they... Yeah, this is where you could lose if you don't have the fight sets or the shield sets. So I do definitely think that you need more shield sets in there to make this team work because, well, this is just pretty much a fail in that sense that you kind of need to lap more turns if things go wrong. So that's where, for example, well, we're never going to make it right now. That's where like a third Lauren, that kind of stuff do make a lot more sense. But still, this is a very nutty and nice team. I really like it. So definitely, if you happen to have these units, which is very unlikely, then you could definitely roll something like this. because it's just, well, an amazing freaking team. And it doesn't get much better than this for farming this. You're pretty much farming this as fast as I was farming B10s before. Like, yeah, like a little bit slower. I had like 22-second average. If you had as a wrap on that one, you could do it in 20-second average or even 19-second average on the B10s. Well, in this case, you're just farming this casually on like 24, 25-second average, fastest time 18.5 seconds. That's very nice. And technically, this even has improvement for doing more damage. Because, well, I see some points where you could do a little bit more damage and stuff, but do you even need it? Like, to be honest, you don't even need it. Also, I'm not sure if Manannan is actually the right unit for the job, because with Jaara putting, like, if Jaara does its skill, you can it doesn't always put things in perfect AI range. I was thinking, like, if Jaara does enough damage, you put things in perfect AI range. If you put things in perfect AI range, everything will always do an AoE hit. So you don't necessarily need a Manannan to AoE hit always, because there's not that many units that always AoE hit, and Manannan specifically does. But for that reason, you could do it with a Leia, for example. But he also told me that the Leia AI sucked for him, so probably he couldn't really push it to perfect AI or something. But it's also a really big difference. No, that you're never pushing that to perfect AI, actually, with just a Jaara. That's impossible. But yeah, Manannan. Who guessed that Manannan would have been in the fastest dungeon team ever? So your Manannan, okay, maybe not in this specific format of the team, but Manannan might be actually a lot better than you give it credit for. That's interesting. Well, guys, thanks a lot for watching this one. Slightly different video, 19 seconds. It's insane. It's freaking insane. But guys, thanks a lot for watching. You're definitely not going to be able to replicate this team. It is not a video of a guide of like, hey, you can replicate this. Not at all. Don't go in the comments, yeah, but I cannot build this. We know no one can. I can't. Only YS can make this team because he has those specific units. Maybe a person like How to Play, but I wouldn't even be surprised if How to Play misses the Manannan or something weird. I don't know. Like, these are such specific LDs. I'm still looking to find an account with Lucifer, Jaara, and Seraph together, but to be honest, I don't even think it would get better than this, like going sub 20 seconds on an auto team. Like, legit, it's insane. Guys, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.